What's up, Amazon sellers? If you are struggling to analyze deals, not sure what you should be doing, and it's taking too long, do not worry. Today, I'm going to give you a live demonstration of exactly how I analyze my Amazon arbitrage deals, what I do step by step, and make it efficient. So stay tuned. If you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson, and I have been selling on Amazon for 4 years now. Now I'm on a road or on a mission to do £1 million by the end of 2021. And if you want to see my journey, have a look up there where I share a video about my journey, my budgets, and how I'm getting along on that journey. Watch that, it's really going to help you. Now, enough about me, let's go through the content today. Okay, first things first, today I want to talk about why it's important to have a process when you're doing your deal analysis. Number two, I want to talk through the tools that I'm using in my deal analysis process. Number three, I'm going to give you a rundown of that order that I use the tools in to ensure that I do efficient sourcing. Number four, I'm going to jump onto a live screen share on the computer and we'll go through 3 examples of that sourcing process and that deal analysis. Number five, I'm going to share some top tips with you in how to analyze your deals. Let's get into it now. Why is it important to have a process for your deal analysis? Well, first things first, it's just going to speed you up. By having a set methodology that you work through just means you can do that on autopilot. You don't even need to think. You're just working through that process automatically, making your deal analysis faster. Now, number two, that leads you quite nicely onto it's about getting results. Now, there are certain things that we can check that before others that statistically mean that if that is a no, let's say for example, eligibility to sell is a no. If you can't sell it, doing the rest of the deal analysis process is just going to be pointless. So getting results is what we're here to do, and ordering that deal analysis process in the correct way is going to speed up your process and help you get more results and get that faster. Now, quite simply, by doing the deal analysis, number one, quickly, and then number two, in the right order, it means that you can do your deal analysis faster. I know it from personal experience. I've taken over 10 minutes to analyze deals before. Now we've got it down to literally seconds, which is so much more efficient. What does that mean? We can analyze more deals, we can buy more deals and make more purchases, more revenue, and more profits. And at the end of the day, analyzing deals is great. Making money is why we're actually here. So get it right, get more sales, and make more money in your business. Okay, so that leads me quite nicely onto what tools do I use for my deal analysis. Let's go through it now. Okay, so first things first, I will just say that we use a Chrome extension called Amazon DS Quick View. Now, I don't use this so much for the deal analysis. I do use it for the sourcing, but it just speeds up the sourcing to get you to the analysis part faster. Now, why do I use this? Well, quite simply, it shows you some really good information. Number one, sales rank. Number two, the number of sellers on the listing. And then number three, what are those sellers? Are they FBA or is it Amazon? And as a result of that, what's going to happen is you can understand which deals you want to start doing the analysis process on straight away, or maybe skip because they've got Amazon on the listing. Okay, so the next tool I use for my deal analysis is a profit calculator. We pretty much use FBA multi-tool for the majority of our tools, but there are so many profit calculators out there, you can do the same process on all of them. What are we looking at? Well, quite simply, eligibility to sell, hazmat, core things to doing with the FBA fulfillment program. But then after that, quite simply, sales per month, profits, ROIs, that's what we're really interested in. And that's all part of doing the analysis process using our profit calculator tool, which we currently use FBA multi-tool, and I'll show you in this demonstration. Okay, so that leads me nicely onto the third and final tool that we're using, and this is Keepa. Keepa is quite simply one of the most amazing tools that we have. Why? Because quite simply, it gives you the historical information of the product. Now, if you understand what's happened in the past, you can make a very good prediction of what's going to happen in the future. It is a paid for product, but the value it brings to your business is just worth it. So quite simply, what are we using Keepa for? Well, we understand what was the selling price in the history of that product. We understand what's gone on with the volume of sales through the sales rank information. We also understand what's going on with the competition for a previous product. And we also understand what's the history of Amazon on the previous product. So quite simply, using Keepa allows you to understand what's gone on in the past. You can make a very, very good prediction of what's going to happen in the future when you and I sell that deal. So top tip there, Keepa is one of the most amazing tools for doing deal analysis. Okay, what I will say is we are going to be doing a lot of Keepa deal analysis in this video, and I'm going to assume that you understand how to do it. If you don't understand Keepa, maybe you've never seen Keepa graphs before, watch my video up there. It's going to be a Keepa basics. It's just going to introduce you to Keepa, really get you started. It's a great step-by-step tutorial, and I really recommend watching that, because if you've learned that, you'll understand what I'm doing here. So watch that first, then come back and watch the next part. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is go through the order of which I analyze my deals. I've kind of created to do it, number one, the most efficient, because it's time is money. And then number two is the fact that what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to identify those criteria of any deal analysis process, which means I should stop doing the rest of the process. So let's say, for example, if I can't sell a product, there's no point doing the profit and ROI calculation. So checking to see if I can sell a product would probably be one very high up in my deal analysis process. So not only is this ordered in how the tool looks, but also is in the most efficient way for me to do that analysis. Let's go through it now. Number one, I'm going to be looking at, am I eligible to sell the product? If I can't sell it, I will try and get ungated, and if I can't, then I will stop. Next things I will look at, is it part of the FBA program? Can I sell it through FBA? That's the only method I use for my fulfillment. If I can't, then I'm not interested, I'm going to move on. Now, if you're a hazmat seller and you can sell that, you probably want to look at hazmat. Are you part to sell it through the eligibility for the hazmat program? That might be for you, but for me, it's not something that we do. Now, quite simply, what I'm going to do as well is look at the sales rank, and if there's a sales estimator and there is an FBA multi-tool, I'll have a quick look at that as well. I don't use that all the time, but I will use it as a guide just to get me a feel of the sales volume of this product. Now, I've always talked about it. There are three things I'm looking for in any product: profit, ROI, and sales per month. And quite simply, looking at the sales per month right now gives me an idea if this is a product I really want to look at. Even something like 100, 150,000 sales rank, I'll still continue the analysis, but if it's like 500,000, I'll probably skip that. Now, what I'm going to do is go down and have a quick look at the size of the product. Many times I've accidentally bought a great profit and ROI that's been way too big or way too heavy. So size and weight is my next ones. I will then scroll down and actually enter in my profit and ROI calculations, or should we say sales price and buy price, so that I can see the profit and ROI. Again, coming back to those three core fundamentals: profit, ROI, and sales per month. I'm just going to have a really quick skim of those to see roughly what is the profit, what is the ROI, and it's going to give me an indication. Now, even if the ROI isn't exactly where I want it to be, let's say 30%, maybe it's running at 20%, I'll still continue doing the analysis, because I need to make sure that my selling price is the right selling price, not maybe something which is historically low. So that will help me move on to the next part, which is the Keepa analysis. Okay, so once I finish with FBA multi-tool, I'll move on to Keepa. And now during the Keepa analysis, what am I going to be looking at? Number one is I'm going to be looking at the sales history over time. Remember, three core fundamentals: profit, ROI, and sales per month. Looking at sales rank over time, I want to see, does this product consistently sell? It might have variations in the selling, but does it always sell? That's what I'm interested in. Number two, I'm interested to know if Amazon's selling. I will compete against Amazon, but I just want to know what's going on. And if they are selling, are they sharing the buy box? And you can hover over the Amazon icon to look at if they're sharing the buy box. Number three, I'm going to be looking at that buy box history. Now, our profit and ROI calculations are based off the selling price. Now, that selling price is based off today's price, but I'm always going to ask, is today's price a true reflection of the product, or is it historically high or historically low? Looking at that buy box information is going to give me that information to see, is the price that I entered in initially the right price, or maybe too high or too low? Now, what I will also look at is the current new selling count. So this is the number of sellers on the listing. What I'm trying to understand is it a very competitive listing, or is the competition going up, or is even the competition coming down? What's happened over time? Or maybe there's no competition, one seller, and that's going to be a big red flag for me. Now, the next step that I will take is I've looked at that over the default, which is 3 months on Keepa. I will quickly flick out to 1 year and do those same analysis on the Keepa graph again, just looking at over 1 whole year period. Why? Because if I look at a product in January, for a toys and games product, or let's say, for example, advent calendars as of the 1st of January, looking back 3 months, advent calendars are booming. They're doing really, really well. But you know what? If you go back to 1 year, you'll probably look at February and last year and see that advent calendars just dived. because it's a seasonal product. Hence why I always expand out to 1 year to see what happened this time last year and in the months ahead, so that I know if it's going to sell or not when I'm having it in stock. Okay, so I just want to take a moment to say I've gone through that Keepa analysis quite quickly, and we will jump onto a live screen share for you, but what I need to say is Keepa understanding is super important. Earlier on I talked about the basics of Keepa, but if some of the things I've talked about now are maybe just going over your head, you're not too sure, check out this video here. That is for the advanced Keepa training. That's really going to help you understand what I'm talking about in so much more detail. I go through the advanced Keepa training step by step. It's just going to help you out. Check that out. It's going to help you in your deal analysis and make better buying decisions. Okay, so I've now done FBA multi-tool analysis. I've done Keepa analysis. Now there's one final part that I do. I pretty much come back to FBA multi-tool and I will go into what's known as the sales data. What I'm really trying to understand is who are the sellers on the current listing, what is their price and their stock levels. So I'm going to jump into that, have a look at that, understand what my competition is going to be like, how competitive this listing is, how many people I'm going to need to share that buy box with. And then finally, what I'm going to do after that is I'm going to do a calculation of how many units this product sells per month. And that's based off maybe the tool and the Keepa data. And then what I'll do is I'll work out my estimated sales per month based off the competition on the listing, their stock, and how many competitors I have. Once I know that number, I have a number which is called Tom's estimated sales per month for me individually. Now from there, I might do another variation based on, do I like the product, do I not? I might change that, multiply it by something, and then I'll actually work out my purchase quantity if I still want to purchase. So that is pretty much my entire deal analysis and purchasing analysis for a product in order that I do it. What I want to do now is jump onto a screen share and actually give you a demonstration of this, because you know what? There's a lot of information in there. Okay, so I've just loaded up this product and let's go through the deal analysis process. So starting off on the FBA multi-tool on the right-hand side, what am I looking at? Well, I said it before, eligibility to sell. You can see straight away that says yes, good, I'm happy with that. If it said no, I'd probably come over to the ungate icon, which is currently grayed out, and try to ungate. And if that doesn't work, I'd immediately say, no, next product, move on. So yes, we can sell. Next thing, hazmat, you can see is not hazmat, so that's good. It means I can carry on. If it was hazmat and that's part of the dangerous goods program, then I'd possibly look at part of the dangerous goods program, but for us, it doesn't matter. Now it does say Amazon selling. I'm not interested in that right now. Why? Because I talked about it later. I'll do the Keepa analysis for the Amazon competition. Some people do, some people don't. For me, I'm happy with that. So let's jump on. Now, I said I'd look at sales rank. This is currently ranked 103,000. For me, that's fine. I really don't worry. And I move over to the left just quickly with my eye and look at the sales estimation, saying less than 5. So I'm going to say, I don't mind, but it's not going to be a fast selling item. I can guess that, but that's okay. So now I might move down and look at the size of the product. Well, I can see straight away that the weight is 850 grams. So it's not the lightest product in the world, nearly a kilogram. So I've got to think about that in my shipping costs and maybe my profit. It's not a super small item, but it's not too heavy. It's not going to be the largest thing. I could probably get about 16 of these, 20 of these in a box, no problem. So let's move down now. Well, what I'm going to see is into this buy price and the sell price. So let's put in my buy price, £12.50, and let's just press enter. What am I looking at? Well, I can see my sale price has already been put in, $26.70, and that's based off the current price ink VAT, which is just up here. And then when I look down below, I can see straight away my profit and my ROI are £4.51 profit, and ROI is 36.08. Now, I generally work on £3 profit, 30% ROI. I will play with that depending on sales volumes, etc., but quite simply, that does meet my criteria now. So when we talk about the 3 metrics, profit, ROI, and sales, this meets the profit and ROI ones. It's not too big, it does, I can sell it, so far I'm happy. Now remember I said I'm going to jump over to the Keepa chart now and continue my analysis. So let's jump over to the Keepa chart. So here we are into the Keepa chart. Now, like I said before, what am I looking at? Well, first things first, I'll probably have a really quick skim of this green line. So this green line here, and what I'll do is I'll actually draw on it. It makes it a lot easier. So what I'm looking at is what's going on with the sales. So I can see here, we've kind of got probably like 2 sales maybe. We've got quite a range of sales around here. We've got some kind of weird sales area here, and then another weird sales bit here. Not too sure what's going on at initial glance, but I can see here, most recently, it is selling. So I know it does sell, and if I had to kind of guess, let's just go back through from March. If I'm going to do the count the drops methods, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, probably seven per month. For example, doing a really quick count the drops method. And I'd probably say I'm quite confident of that because I've seen it in the past as well over here, but I'm not too sure what's happened here. So it might need some more analysis. The next thing I look at is Amazon on the listing, and we can see, yes, they are. So what I'm going to do is just see if Amazon is sharing or even if they've got the buy box. So let's come back. Let's hover over the buy box price here, and you can see just at the top where it's got that, it's got orange, and it goes yellow. Amazon are on the buy box and they're holding that buy box. It's something that I need to be aware of there. So I'll come back to that in a second. What does that mean for us when we're doing the deal analysis? So we've got Amazon on the buy box and they are on there holding that. We can see it. Now the next thing I'll probably have a quick look at is this buy box price. So if I grab my pink pen, what I'm seeing is I'm just drawing a line in my head of what's happened. Now there's some weird thing that's happened here, no pink dot, and now it's come back up again. So for me, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to see what price it's sold at on average. I'd probably say it's around about 22, 22.50, that's going to be about the average. But also I can tell that when the price is here, which is roughly say the price today, because that's pretty consistent, it sells say 7 per month. I can see here, when it's been a bit lower, it's actually sold higher. So it might be an opportunity to decrease the price and increase sales volume. Again, just having a quick analysis there. So the price is pretty stable over that period. And then the final thing which I'm going to check is down the bottom here, which is this new seller rank. You can see it's come down. Sorry, new seller count. It's how many sellers are on this listing. What's the competition like? Well, back here, it was pretty much about 40. I can draw that properly, 40, and then right now we've got about 50. So the competition has come down. That's a good thing. I don't want to be too competitive on the listings, so I'm quite happy with that. So far I'm quite happy. Consistent sale price, it is selling, competition's going down, but the one big caveat is Amazon's on the listing, so I need to identify that more. What am I going to do? I'm going to come back to the listing. Now, if I scroll down, what I'm going to look here is on the buy box here, it says dispatched and sold by Amazon. So Amazon are currently the only seller on the listing. But what I do also notice, it says here, only one left in stock. And I also notice Amazon have only just come on and they're probably going to come off. Now, I talked about it before. I don't just look at the 3 months, I look at the year. So let's jump over to 1 year. Let's have a look at that. And over the course of the last year, I can pretty much see Amazon have never been on this listing. They currently only got one in stock they're likely to sell out. And that price history in the past has generally been higher than where it is now. And the competition has gone up and come down again. So I'd probably say I'm quite happy with that. Okay, so we've done the Keepa analysis. Let's go look at the competition. So I'm just going to scroll up here, click on the sales data. Now, I've already understood price history, what's gone on in the past. I'm now going to have a quick look here to see what my competition is. Remember, we're selling at 26.70. Who else is selling at 26.70? Well, these 4 at the top are, and some of them don't have that many stock. So generally Amazon's going to drop off. So that means there's probably going to be 3 other sellers who I'm going to be competing against, and as a result, it's going to be me plus 3 other sellers. Now let's say, for example, I worked out this listing is doing about 7 sales per month. Let's call it 8. And let's say, for example, there are going to be 3 other sellers on the listing, add me in, that makes 4, do my maths. So 4 sellers competing against the buy box on a listing which sells 8 per month. That means that I'm probably most likely going to make 2 sales in a month. So if I were to buy this product today in 1 month period, I'd expect to make 2 sales. And I know that the profit and the ROI of that. Now, if I really liked this product, maybe I knew it was on sale, I might buy a bit more because obviously I can sell it over the next couple of months. Or maybe if I'm a bit worried about Amazon, maybe there's a bit too much competition, I might buy a bit less. But that initial value, i.e. how many can I sell per month, is the metric that I get to. And then once I get to that number, I can then understand how many I want to buy. Okay, so that's one. What I'll do now is I'll go through another analysis, but this time I'll try and do it a bit quicker for you so you can see it again. And if there's anything else I can see, it's going to help you out. So let's jump over to another example now. Okay, another product I can buy here, but this time I can buy this product for £15. So let's do the analysis. Quite simply, coming in, eligibility to sell. Yes, I can do that. I'm happy. Is it hazmat? No, not hazmat, no problem there. Now, Amazon on the listing? Well, no, but I don't really care about that. I've talked about that previously. So sales rank, 7,597. And again, let's have a quick look over to that sales estimator, 88 to 102. That's quite a good selling product. I'm interested. For me, I'm quite a high volume seller. I've got more cash. I'm happy to do that. Now, weight, 100 grams. Well, it's not too big. It's not too heavy. 100 grams I'm quite happy with. So let's scroll down and put in some calculations. So right here, I'm going to jump in and I'm going to put in my buy price of £15. Now, I know already off the top of my head, it's selling for $25.99, that I'm not going to get huge margins on this. So also, you've got to think that I've put in my prep fees in there as well. So quite simply, let's look at that profit and ROI. Okay, so this has now got £1.95 profit and 13% ROI. Not brilliant, because I generally work to £3 profit and 30% ROI. Okay, so do remember this product's got really high selling volume. So what I'm not going to say is I'm going to discredit it right now. What I want to do is sense check that sell price over the time based on the Keepa chart. So let's move over to the Keepa chart now and sense check that $25.99. Okay, so here is the Keepa chart, and let me zoom in and just make it a bit easier for you guys. Now, quite simply, what am I looking at? Remember that green line sales rank. What does that mean? Well, it's sales estimations or a sales rank. It's going to give me an idea of, is that roughly 100 units per month? Is that consistent? Is this an anomaly right now? Is there something going on? Well, what I can see is the fact that the sales rank today is about, let's call it 7,500. You can see it over here, the right-hand side. And interesting enough, it's been about that on average, if I think about drawing a line across, for the last at least month. So that's a pretty consistent sales rank for the last month. Prior to that, it did go up to about 15,000 and then it came back down again. So that's the sales rank. Now, the next thing I'm going to look at is Amazon. No Amazon on the listing, happy with that. Number 2 or number 3, the buy box price. Now, the buy box price has historically been higher. Today is a low. What we can see right now is that the buy box is about 25. We know that because that's the price, but historically it has been 35. So my God, that's a lot higher. And the sales have been pretty high at that price as well. So let's just keep that in mind. Historically, this is a historical low in the product's pricing. Now, the final thing which I'm going to look at is quite simply the sales, the number of new sellers on the listing. And I can see back in January around here, we had new offer counts of 1, 2, but right now we're up to 30. So just aware that right now there is a lot of competition on this listing. What's also happened, the price has come down, but also the sales rank is pretty much consistent. It is selling a very good volume of products. So let's have a look now at just the year. Remember doing that year analysis. So what can I see straight away? Well, really quick again, I can see the first thing for me, it's still selling over the course of the year. Green line, not a problem. The next one I can see no Amazon. I can also see the buy box price. This is pretty much one of the historical lows. It's right now £25. And I can see historically it did happen again in November, but outside of those times, it's always been higher. So this product is still selling really well, but it's not really selling this cheap. These are the historical lows of the product. I can also see, looking at the new seller count, that we had a lot of competition in November, and also as well, we've got a lot of competition today, that historically outside of that, there hasn't been. And what's happened when the competition's dropped off? Well, interesting enough, the price has gone up again. So what that's making me think is that if I'm willing to buy this product today and wait for that competition to sell through, because it's a high selling item, that price is going to recover, it's going to come back up again, and it will probably go from, let's call it 23, right now we're looking at about 24, 25, up to what? Maybe 32, 34, maybe, I don't know, let's have a look here, we'll probably say around the 30 mark, even £30 potentially, even higher 35. It's going to be selling good volumes, but also as well, the profit is going to be a much higher selling price and there'll be more profit. So that's something that I need to think about. So what I'm going to do now is I might come back and redo my calculation to say, look, let's put in £30 and let's put in £35. So at £30, I'm now going to be getting a profit of £4.68 and an ROI of £31%, sorry. Or if I maybe jump up to 35, how long I'm willing to wait, My God, I'm now getting up to £8 profit and 53% ROI, much, much better. So what it's telling me is this product right now doesn't meet my criteria, but if I'm willing to wait, I can potentially hold on and sell it in a couple of, maybe a month, maybe 2 months time, and get a much better ROI for it. So let's do that analysis, come back, look at the sales data. And what I'm going to understand is actually if I look at this product, I can see straight away, even without looking at the prices, I can see that, think about it, selling 100 units a month, divide that by 4 weeks, 25 units per week. These people are going to sell through pretty quickly. So I can see that I'm probably going to be getting up to 28.90 very, very quickly. Within a week, 2 weeks, that price is going to go from the current £24, £25 all the way up to £29 within a week or two. So it gives me more confidence to say I could buy this product today and then resell it in a week or two and actually start making some decent profits. That is me doing that deal analysis on this product, looking at the FBA multi-tool, my profit calculator and Keepa, and then doing my analysis there. So for me, when you're talking about sales estimations, I'd probably make a judgment call of where do I think it's going to be in a month's time and buy enough stock for that. So hopefully that has helped you out. Okay, I just want to take a moment out to say that analysis process, or that step-by-step section that I talked about, is time consuming. There's a lot to do, and time consuming is something very common in analyzing deals, finding deals, sourcing deals. And you know what? We just don't have time in our lives to do all of this. So let me introduce you to a solution that's going to really help your Amazon business. That is FastTrackFBA Leads. This is a service that I've created whereby we have a team of VAs sourcing 7 days a week, going out there looking for all the deals, UK, USA, looking for all the Amazon arbitrage leads. What do? We put them on our web platform. You can come in, do that deal analysis process with all the things I've talked about, but we pretty much remove most of the bad buys straight away for you. But you just get to choose the deal that you like and only buy the deals that you want. No wasted deals, no wasted money. Once you're happy with the deal, you unlock it, get the Amazon ASIN and the supplier URL, quite simply buy the product, ship it to Amazon, sell it, make money. If you're a new seller, we even have the ability to filter for ungated deals for new sellers to help you grow your business quicker. If you want to see more, have a look down below. I'll drop a link to FastTrackFBA Leads, just going to help you scale your Amazon business. So I've just gone through my deal analysis for you. The question I really want to ask you, has that been helpful? Has that helped speed you up? Maybe there's one thing that you really liked about that process, or maybe there's one thing I missed. Let me know in the comments down below. Was it helpful for you? Just give me a yes. Really, really helpful. Okay, so that leads me nicely on to number 5, top tips. I did it there, and this has taken me a long time to develop that process, and it's a mental map that I go through. So what can you learn about me? Or what can you learn from what I've just talked to you about? Number 1, define the process. Get it written down. This is your step-by-step plan. Ingrain it in your head. Number 2, practice, optimize that deal analysis process. It's just going to speed you up. Number 3, quite simply, always be improving it and aim to decrease the amount of time it takes you to analyze a deal. If you're finding you get to the very bottom of your analysis process, there's something always causing you to say no, maybe that something needs to go higher up that deal analysis process. Why? Because quite simply, what you want to do is speed up the deal analysis process so that you can get through more deals, analyze more deals quicker, and be buying more deals, making more sales and more profits. That's the aim of the game. Okay, what I will say is if you want to learn how to source more products as well, have a look around here. I will drop a link to a video on how to find more products to sell on Amazon. But if you've liked that video, give me a big thumbs up. And hey, if you want to see more like this, give me a subscribe. Hit that subscribe button down below. That subscribe button down below. But for me, Thomas Parkinson and FastTrackFBA, thank you very much.